Okay, you guys. So I just had like a power moment. Um, Yesterday I was jotting down a bunch of information, just basically about my career. You know, it's so many people that inspire me, and I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater. I'm the type of person who always support other people, but I don't get the same support from them in return. You know what I'm saying? Like, soon as I want to do something, it's like, yeah, whatever. So I am me, but I've always been the one to believe in people like that you would think would never make it, and then actually see them make it. And so I never really got in that type of support. Like, I've gotten opportunities, of course, people have given me opportunities, but to have that support is kind of more than just an opportunity, because sometimes somebody can give you an opportunity and not really believe in you or help you, to get better so you can reach your goal, and the Lord basically let me know that He saw me writing down my goals and that He believed in my plan. And that means a lot to me because I've been working on my career now for a long time, and I'm 30 years old. I have been wanting to sing and dance and do music and stuff since I was like in elementary school. So, with me coming from a mother who pretty much worked up until her dying day, she did the best she could. She tried to help me out. But the Lord has taken it to a spiritual level where my mom isn't here. She passed away when I was only 23 years old. And so I didn't really have any guidance from anyone, other than my mother, to the best that she could, and sometimes, that could make me feel like an empty vessel in life when I have goals and I want to do them, and the amount of I know y'all would say like she want to cry, but I met Austin when I was 24, and there's some women that's 24 years old and they just living their life. I was 24 years old when I met my baby daddy, and we was stomped down from there, and I was pretty much what God said. I had pretty much became a wife, like in the spirit, and it really, my life just changed and it took a whole nother turn, and it wasn't to where I could even focus on my goals, and I wasn't even serious enough to really do it. I didn't really have a mindset. So I gave birth to my son when I was 26, and so I had to be at home with a little newborn baby, and then I still didn't have a mindset. And um, I was 28 when I went to jail for protecting myself. Now, I was incarcerated. I was never convicted of any crimes, but I still spent almost a year in jail. So then I got out in Houston, struggling after having lost everything while I was in jail. So I'm 30 now and I'm in Atlanta. And of course, you got women of all ages in the industry pretty much doing their thing. And so you got women that's still like 40 something, 50 years old doing it, that's been doing it a long time. But then you also have women that's just not really making a big break and they're in their 30s. Hold on. Why the hell did this damn light just go off in here? Okay. And they're in their 30s. So, they might have been doing it for a while too, but I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes as well. But it never really came to anything. So, I decided last night, I was like, I'm going to get really serious about this because I'm Andrea Jones, and um, a lot of people just want to pretty much see my situation just go downhill, and they don't really have the love for me that God has for me, and one thing about the love of God is it's infinite, it's enough for everybody. He have enough love to encourage even the least among the people, and he said that the last shall be first. So I'm sitting over here just jotting down this game plan like, okay, these are my goals. This is what I want to accomplish. This is my formula, and I was so dedicated um, to finding out the information about what it's going to take for me to succeed in that avenue of my life. Because, of course, I got to work and take care of my son, and I got to get back to my son and, keep putting out this information for this case and get all of the legal aspect together. But spiritually, it meant a lot to me for the Most High to be looking down on my notes and stuff. And so when I went to sleep, he showed me like how he could put my game plan into motion quicker than I could have came up with. And he showed me that he really does believe in me. Like, so I've been taking some dance lessons, and I have been taking some vocal lessons about 6 months ago. And I did one track after I had did the vocal lessons, where I had took voice lessons from several different professional vocal coaches, and the song that I recorded turned out really good. My vocal levels were amazing, and so lately I have been taking some dance classes, and surprisingly, I was a natural, just like God said that I was, because He knows our abilities and He knows His children, and He had showed me when I was in the jail. First, He showed me, He was like, Andrea, I don't know if you know, like, he showed me, he was like, you're very talented. Like, I could put you in a room by yourself. And it's crazy when God knows his children, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, I could put you in a room by yourself, and just let you practice all day on them hating assholes. I never really had a daddy. I mean, I did. Drew was my dad, but he was always working too. And I just always had pretty much like old school parents. Like, they were just like, get money, like work, go do what they need to do to pay the bills. And they did that, but, as far as having a dad that was like encouraging me, helping me work on every move, every step, like, my baby can do it, you can do it. I didn't have that, and you'll see most women that are successful, a lot of times they can motivate themselves, but at some point in their life, they had somebody to help them step by step. And so God had showed me when I was in the jail, like, people was trying to set me up to get 99 years in prison, to where I would be sentenced from around this age to do life in prison for protecting myself and my son. And that means everything that I ever wanted to do when I was young, to the time that I had Melbourne, that all my dreams would be crushed. And so then I had God show me, he was like, I can put you in a room by yourself and put you in front of a mirror and just keep everybody out and let you focus, and you will be one of the coldest women in the game. You do not know how talented you are. And so he was showing me my body and the shape of my body and the way that I can move. And I used to watch Chris Brown. I used to watch, Rihanna, Sierra, perform, and I was inspired. And when God showed me myself, as a performer, I was cold blooded. I mean, I was cold blooded, like I was kind of like a female Chris Brown, to where like I could really dance. And so I've always been very shy, and just like to work on my projects pretty much like by myself. Like I've never really been the type to just like to just go out and just like showcase and show off. But I always wanted to have my routine and everything together. And God was letting me know that's okay. You have people that are like that, performers that are like that. But the thing is you have to make sure that you're practicing as well, no matter what kind of environment you're in. Like you're the type where you have to get in a room by yourself and teach yourself how to move your body and to make it look good and do your choreography, and you can do it. You will be one of the coldest out there. And then he showed me like I can get you a big mansion, a big house, with the car garage, and you'll be in there practicing. And you can tune out everybody that lied about your case. You can tune out all the girls that was your friends back then. And they'll be trying to be up under you then. They'll be trying to be back cool with you then that didn't come forward with the information that Austin was abusing you. And you ain't gotta live your life defeated because you was in a jail cell for protecting yourself and your child. And the magnitude of his mindset of like what he felt like I could achieve was like on a galactical level, to where like he's like, the world is yours. The sky is the limit. I've never had that kind of coaching from anybody, because they'll look at you from what they see off rip and be like, nah, you're not going to make it, or your situation is too bad, or you don't have the credentials or the talent. But when your father, who created you from the inside out, every piece of your DNA is like, no, you got what it takes, and you got way more than you realize. It's like a godfather or something. And so like, it's beautiful because it's deeper than a record label coming to you and telling you, I believe in you, and then so like he showed me again when after I was released, and I had already started my YouTube channel, just pretty much putting out the information about Melbourne and my case about him. And I had been putting out some songs that I wrote, but I just played around with that stuff. And I was really just playing around with this phone app that I had called BandLab. And I was really just trying to see how to work it. So all the songs that I did on that, I was just pretty much playing around with the app, just seeing what all the app could really do. I wasn't really trying to create like a hit single or anything. And so God had like put me in this outfit that was kind of like the outfit that you see on Metropolis, like where you see the girls wearing when they try to like mimic Metropolis. And I pretty much had on a gold one. Mine was gold, so like Queen. And it was similar to some outfits that you might have seen Beyonce wear, but I had like the little arm bands that were gold, and I had on a little head piece that was gold. Oh my goodness, they keep cutting off this damn light. Like, these people is really starting to get on my nerves. But anyway, so I had on this little headpiece that was gold, and the headpiece was kind of like some Power Ranger galactical girl type stuff. That's because the Illuminati doesn't want me making videos. They want to paint Andrea Jones out to be a bum on the streets and a prostitute, and they're serving Satan and the white man and the God of the Bible, who created my melanin body, has come down from heaven to let me know that I ain't no bum, I ain't no prostitute, I ain't no drug addict on the streets. He created me to be more than what the Illuminati and what Hollywood and everybody in my family and all my friends want to make me out to be. They don't even want to give me a chance. They want to try to paint somebody mama out to be nothing. So anyway, he showed me in a dark room, and I had on this little gold outfit that was kind of like Metropolis. And once again, I was in there practicing by myself. And when I was practicing, the Most High showed me that you are very coordinated. Like, you got the mindset to where the way you move your body, like, I ain't never seen nobody do it like that before. Like, I see a lot of girls with these very stiff dance moves, you know what I'm saying? But the way I move was like butter. It was like silk. It was very slick. It was almost like Michael Jackson. And I grew up watching Michael Jackson. He was my dad. He was my favorite. Like, my mom would put me on the couch, and then she would let me watch Mike just moonwalk across the stage. And that's how I fell in love with music. And Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston were my favorite singers. And God was showing me in the jail singing in my apartment, and he was like, sing for him, Drea. And I bust out singing, and I sounded like Whitney and Mariah. And he was like, show him what my baby can do. And so then, like, when I was moving in the little gold outfit, I was slick like Mike. You know, like, I was slick like Mike. Like, it wasn't stiff, you know, like I could throw a move out there that was like butter, and it was slick, you know, and I could pop with it too. And like, I was almost robotic, but it was slick with it, and it was very coordinated, and it was like moving on water. And he was showing me that my body could do it, and that I had the mental mindset and capacity to teach myself, and that it was like secret intelligence stuff, because you have to put yourself in the environment where you can focus. And he was showing me, like, yeah, you will have to be in an environment by yourself, because you got too many haters that will try to make you be like this person or make you be like that person. And you got something very special that it have to originate on its own. You got to be by yourself a little bit and teach yourself some stuff. You can't try to be up under everybody when you trying to be great. And then so last night, like, I was writing down my goals and working on my lyrics, because I write, but I'm not the best writer, you know. But God was telling me, he was like, I want you to have a hit song. Yeah, I want you to do a gospel album, but I want you to do another kind of song first. You know, this kind of song I want you to do. And I'm not gonna go into details about that right now. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But he was like, this is what kind of song I want you to do. And last night I was writing down my goals and putting together this game plan that I felt would probably take me years to be able to, you know, bring it into flourishing, about like, okay, this is what I need to do next, and then this is going to take 6 months, and this is going to take another year. And it's a really good plan. Like, it's a formula, and you could tell, like, I was taking it serious. And then I was like, okay, well, I know I'm Andrea Jones, and I know people got a lot to say about the shooting, but I'm ready to do interviews. You know, like, when I get my music and I'm putting my stuff out there, I'm ready to do interviews, and I don't care what people have to really say. You know, I do care, but I'll be courageous enough to answer the questions regardless of what people want to know about me, because I've had a pretty hectic background with white people. And, you know, a lot of people get canceled, you know, and I never even got started yet. And white people create a large demographic of people that buy your music. And when God knew that the white people were being racist, and he knew I had a right to go off about me and my son and my white baby daddy abusing me and them lying about it in my pregnancy, like, I'm not even starting that. You had to go off on them to let you know that you don't want nobody hitting on you, and that you mean business about protecting yourself. And that's out of the question now. Like, you don't have to keep going on and on about it. You know, it's over. You know, God is infinite. He's going to keep going. He's the beginning and the end. So he can end it. Like, he's life. in itself. So if he gave me the okay that I can get out of that jail cell and keep going with my life, that means that the sky is the limit. That means that I can infinitely do anything that I put my mind to. And I don't have to let the demographic stop me. I can get back in good with whoever I need to get in good with so that my career can take off. And so, you got to have that kind of mindset when you've been through what I've been through, and when you come from the south side of Chicago where people beat each other up for packs of ramen noodles sometimes. I mean, serious, I'm not trying to make my hometown sound like the hood, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you'll get the support from your hometown if they see it in you, but sometimes if you've been like the runt, people will not support you, and it meant a lot for me to be getting the support from the creator himself, so that I could have the confidence to go into a record label or whatever. But you have to have somebody that's grooming you through the process. And so he was looking at my goals, and he came to me last night and he basically let me know, like, okay, I can get you this with this budget, because of course there are things that I need that I cannot afford right now. And I felt like it would take me a long, grueling process in order to acquire those things. And God pretty much looked at my hustle like, okay, like, even if you get your little job or whatever, like, you can save up some money and buy this and buy that, which can help take off my career, because it's certain things that a girl has to have when you're performing. And so God was letting me know, like, even on a low income, like, I can help you get the things you'll need. It'll be like kind of like on a teenager level, where you might have a teenage daughter and she probably have a little part-time job or a little full-time job, and it might not be a lot of money, but she's trying to focus on her music career. And he kind of put off the part about Mel B, because a lot of times people, and my pregnancy, because a lot of times people would be like, oh, well, you need a doctor, and don't you need to get your son back, like, shouldn't you not be focusing on music? Well, God gave me an avenue, a department in my mind, to where there can be a place in my mind where I don't have to be just focused on Melbourne and stuff at that moment, that I can have that lane to where I can focus on my music and on my goals and dreams as well. And I put a lot into my son. And so he was showing me, like it'll kind of be kind of like that, where it'll be kind of like I'm damn near like a little teenager, and like he's saving my money, behind the scenes, that I'm working for things that I need to fuel my music career. And he was showing me like a bullseye, like we're gonna hit the nail, like we're gonna hit the bullseye with this. Like, it's not gonna be you capping, like no one hit wonder, or somebody just trying to get up under somebody to get some clout. He was showing me like the real deal, and showing me what I would be up against, and showing me what I needed to be successful, and that it didn't take a lot of money, that it would take some money, but that it wouldn't take as much money as I thought, just to get me in that lane as a new artist. And he was showing me, like, with my money that I work for, and just to work for a little while and save up my money, and that he would show me how to invest it, that he would take me to where I needed to go to invest it, and that he would lead me to the right investments and the right purchases to get my career off of the ground. And so then he was showing me that there were some people um, that knew that I was talented, and that they were putting their best on some younger women, some younger dark skinned women, and that he was showing me our bodies and them being built like little teenagers, like little 16-year-olds. And then he was showing me the wardrobe and how they were trying to do the wardrobe on these women, to where they were trying to make them so provocative and sexy, to where you wouldn't want to look at any of the other girls. And he was like, "Oh, that's okay. I got something for that because I'm going to put this on Andrea." And I'm not going to tell what he said he was going to put on me because, when you're doing showbiz, you got to have your own unique thing to bring to the table. And so I'm not going to tell what God said he's going to put on me. And I feel this light coming on me just now when I said that, because that's him setting me apart, so that I can be an act as well. And so, he was like showing me just like investing and him working on my image. And then as far as the practices and stuff go, he was showing me like that there was somebody big that was trying to do like another Destiny's Child, but they were trying to do it with nothing but dark girls. And that I have the natural hair and stuff and everything, but he lets me wear the tracks and stuff for now, just for my image and everything. So y'all might see me with my tracks, and just know that Jehovah was in charge of getting my hair and stuff. And so he tells me when to change my wig color and things like that. Like, I don't have a team, so I don't know, y'all. It just made me want to cry when God is your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that let me know that even if my family didn't believe in me or my community, like, I'm not one of those type of people who is going to take it for granted. When it's my turn, I'm gonna stick every day and smooth. I'm gonna show out and I'm gonna do it. And it don't matter how old I am or um, how people say I look right now, because I know that my God, he's gonna be my wardrobe. He's gonna do my makeup. He's gonna put the right people in my life. He already showed me um, how excited I would be to have a real hairstylist and a real makeup artist and real wardrobe, and that I would be a very special act because I've never had that kind of stuff, and that it adds a different sass to my personality when I really got a real makeup artist and a real hairstylist, and he was showing me whipping my hair around and falling all out on the floor and doing dances and stuff. And I mean, the gay man really loved me. And so God was showing me with fans, people who were like, get it, Andrea Jones. Like, because I had this personality that was just to die for, on the stage. And so, God has been there with me when I'm dancing in the mirror and when I hear my favorite song. And I guess he just saw something in me. Like when you see your little girl dancing and singing for the first time and you like, oh shit, let me record this. He was like, I saw you and I want to make your dreams come true, And so, it's very emotional for me because like I was just okay with just being a stay-at-home mom at that young age and then being abused. And when I told Austin that I wouldn't marry him, I wanted to pursue my career and I didn't want to get married yet. And so to be abused and for them to try to cut my entire life short, uh, I lost a lot of hope because I didn't really have the support in my family in the first place. So I had to muster up a lot of courage to say that I would be the one in my family to do music and to actually take it to that level to where I would be a professional performer. And he was showing me like with professionals actually doing my hair and makeup and business ideas and things like that. And I mean, it was just amazing. And then he was showing me like that right now they kind of on this aura where they trying to uplift like dark skinned girls, and even though you have the acts of the light skinned girls and stuff like that, like the Cardi B's and everything, it's always seemed like it's room for a light skinned girl, but either way you have to work hard regardless of what your skin tone is. But there is racism in the music industry, and God was showing like Andrea really doesn't really fall into the category, you know what I'm saying, of what people really try to put out there, you know, like they try to make it seem like with Andrea, like they done seen it all before. And he was like, you know, she got something very special, you know, and it's just special, you know. And then he was showing my body like a warrior Xena type body, you know, and just like being able to dance and being extremely talented. And last night he pretty much gave me the okay. Like he opened up a door for me and let me know that you're on a new level now, and I'm taking you to a new level. You done broke through a barrier. When I saw you really writing down your goals, now I'm gonna help you make it to that level, and I'm gonna show you how to get your finances in order and your image. And he was showing me that you on the level with these girls that they trying to turn into the Black Destiny Child, but you're doing it solo.